Middleburg is an incredibly unusual place, especially I think at this time in our country, because most of the shops are individually owned. The proprietors are often on site. There's a lot of an old world kind of feel about it.
The experience in Middleburg isn't like a lot of other small towns. We are only 600 people. Walking up the street with the retail stores, it's all individually owned stores. You aren't going to find these stores in many other places. In fact, most of them you won't find anywhere else but here.
We were surprised how accessible it is from DC, you know, just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
When you come here, you get a really nostalgic feel, but you also get that sense of being a part of something that's been here for a very long time.
There's a lot of history. The buildings are the real thing. It's not something that was made to look old. It really is a couple of 100 years old.
The Red Fox Inn has the unique possibilities of having been here for almost 300 years in Middleburg. And the community has basically just grown around it, so we are a staple of the town.
Looks a lot the way it looked when the town began. The building that Mellow Out is in is actually one of the oldest buildings in town. It was built in 1800. It was a hotel originally, and where Mellow Out is in the basement is the kitchen of the original hotel. We're a specialty shop. We specialize in handmade marshmallows, cosmic cupcakes. We do paninis and soups. It's a labor of love. We make them weekly. It takes about 3 days to make them. People love them in our hot chocolate, and they're great just by themselves as a candy.
Wiley Wag is a shop in Middleburg, Virginia that specializes in the health and well-being of dogs and cats. And we're here to make sure that every customer that comes through the door has a personal experience, not just like they might have at a big box store where they're coming in just to pick up product, but where they feel like they can talk to one of our educated staff members about what's appropriate for their breed. This is such a pet-friendly, I'll go further, such a pet-obsessed town. And everyone has a great time with their animals. Their animals are absolutely considered part of the family. In a lot of the shops in town, even at the restaurants that have outdoor seating, you usually find water bowls, treats. The dogs that walk through town often have all their different spots they hit for a treat, and by the time they get through the town, they're full.
Books and Crannies embodies the soul of Middleburg because its soul is very, very deeply rooted in history, and a good deal of what we do here, both in events and book selection, relates to the history of the region and the town itself. We do a lot of big things in a little space. We host national and internationally known authors almost on a monthly basis. What's unique about our bookstore is the selection of books. We get a lot of compliments on the selection of books because we do handpick just about everything that goes on the shelf. I would say it's the personal service that is what we're really all about.
Here at Market Salamander, we're a working chef's market, so when people come in, they have a great opportunity to be able to interact with our chefs and be able to get creative ideas, either from certain menu items that we're making or something they might want to try out at home. The building used to be a house, and the front part was added on to get the feel of being in a European, like a little southern France or Italian village in a historical town that only has one stoplight.
When you come to Middleburg, you're really coming into history. You're walking back in time.
You just can't duplicate it. So I think that to come here, you almost are delivered into a different time. And it's an incredibly welcome place to be in this busy world of ours.